So looking at this current Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very, very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price in the medium short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I dive into the content, before I start talking about this interesting scenario, I want you guys to do me a favor and destroy that like button. But if you are watching this video for the first time or this channel for the first time, then please do not hesitate to hit the subscribe button and the bell. Thank you very much. Now let's look at these yearly columns, because if you have any doubt, you should simply zoom out, because in a yearly columns we can see very clearly this pattern is repeating 0, 1, 2, 3, where this 0 represent a bearish year, 1, 2, 3 represents bullish year. I mean, with one bearish year, we have 3 consecutive bullish year. One bearish year, 3 consecutive bullish year. In our case, where we are, this is the beginning of a bullish year, because in history, Bitcoin has never had 2 consecutive red years in a row. So if we are going to repeat this history one more time, then the coming year, 2024 to 2025, could be bullish for Bitcoin. And why? Because we know coming year, 2024, we also have Bitcoin halving. Yes, Bitcoin halving has always been a catalyst for a new bull market. And in our case, since we are finding ourselves in this expansion phase, because in the past price action, if we look at this from 2012, 2015, 2019, and even this 2023, we can see very clearly, guys, expansion phase is when we prepare ourselves for the coming halving. And what happened after the halving? The price of Bitcoin goes parabolic. Same thing unfolded here. During this expansion phase, you can see the price of Bitcoin started showing bullishness, but the actual bullishness started when we entered the halving. Second halving, new bull market. Similar scenario unfolded here as well. Expansion phase, price had plenty of ups and downs, but when we entered the halving, the third Bitcoin halving, what happened after that? We started a new bull market rally. So in our case, we could be in this expansion phase, but once we enter, or once we go through the fourth Bitcoin halving, what is expected? Another bullish move, just like here from the past price action. Yes, guys, according to this yearly columns, according to this monthly candle, we could be preparing ourselves for the new bull market rally. And now, what in case, what in the medium short term, even though bigger picture is clearly showing bullishness for the coming years, what is being flashed here in a daily time frame or in a weekly time frame? Because in a weekly, we have said the price of Bitcoin might end this rally when we test the resistance from this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line, which is going to be around 40,000 range. Yes, guys, in the past price action, when we had a very similar move, 364 days of downtrend, 364 days of downtrend, and when the price started showing bullishness, where did this bullishness ended? When we tested the resistance from this 0.5.618 Fibonacci line. This top bottom move also lasted around 364 days, and now we are witnessing this rally. So if history is going to repeat again, then this 0.5.618 Fibonacci area is where we could be getting attracted before price gets rejected and start with another continuation here like this. Yes, guys, as long as the price here in the bigger picture remains above 30,000, we are expecting this 0.5.618 line to be tested, and only after that price of Bitcoin showing weakness, because we know if you look at this here in a smaller time frame, in a 4-hour time frame, yes, this is a bearish scenario. An ascending broadening wedge is a bearish scenario. If we lose the support here in the medium short term, if we lose support which you have around 34,000, then please be careful. This could result in a continuation here to the downside, because in the past price action, we know this line has always acted as an important line of support. Each and every time price tested this rising trend line, after that we had a very nice rally. So in our case, this is exactly where we are finding ourselves. So if we lose the support around 34,000, then please be careful. This lower trend line, right? This lower trend line could be retested, which is going to be around 30,000 to 32,000 range. Yes guys, 30,000, 32,000 will be looked as our upcoming target if the price of Bitcoin loses the support which we have around 34,000 range, because we know losing that support parallelly will indicate us that the market might be showing weakness first, right? Fill the gap which you have around 30,000 to 33,000 range, the CPR gap, and only after that start with a new impulsive movement. Because I showed you, those who have been following me for a while, I showed you guys very clearly. In our case, if I would show you from this month of October, let me add this monthly arrow online, right? If you look at this for the month of October, when we started the month of October, you can see the price of Bitcoin started showing bullishness, right? I just want you guys to look at these candles. The price of Bitcoin started showing bullishness. Where did this trend got attracted? Towards the monthly arrow line. Yes, this green line was the first target for the month of October, this October CPR month, right? But what was left behind? The top, central, and the bottom CPR line, because we know in more than 90 to 95% of cases, price usually test the support from the CPR line, and only after that choose a trend duration. So I warn you, since this was a VCPR, price was choosing a trend duration without touching any of this three line, there was a very high probability for us to get attracted here to the downside, and only after that show another move here like this. And what did the price of Bitcoin did? The price of Bitcoin, after testing the resistance around monthly arrow line, got attracted exactly at the top CPR line. You can see we tested the monthly arrow line again and again, got rejected, but at the end, where did we got attracted? We got attracted here to the downside. Price tested the support, and you can see what happened after that. The price of Bitcoin after that started showing impulsiveness, where we broke the first monthly arrow line, add 2 line, and even the monthly add 3 line. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here is that in our case right now, right, if you look at the month of November, the price of Bitcoin is also choosing a direction without touching any of these 3 lines. That means this is a VCPR. Price in more than 90-95% of cases usually gets attracted towards this trend line before deciding the trend duration. And in our case, since this is an ascending CPR, this is a very, very bullish scenario. Why? Because ascending CPR usually gets formed when the price is preparing itself for a new impulsive movement. So since the price in our case right now is forming a VCPR, even if the price does shows another continuation to the downside like this, please do not panic, because this trend line around 30,000 to 33,000 is going to be acting as a line of support. And as long as we remain above this range, we are still expecting our trend to continue here like this. And according to the CPI indicator, our first target is this green dot, which sits around $37,850. Second target, let me add the monthly add 2 line, add 3 line as well, and monthly worst case scenario. So worst case scenario sits around 28,900. This red dot, first target 37,800. Second target is around 41,000, and third target sits around $46,727. So for us, we are more than happy if the price simply remains or touches the CPI line and tests the monthly arrow line that sits around 37,800, because remaining over the CPI line means the upcoming month, December month, is also going to be very, very bullish. And now, beside this, what I also want you guys to look at is this symmetrical triangle top breakout formation. Yes, this is a bullish continuation pattern, but what could be happening here is a fake out, price faking out. I mean, price started showing a move here like this. There's the support from this top CPI line, and then show another continuation here like this. Yes, guys, this bullish symmetrical triangle top breakout, faking out, liquidating the over leverage longs, and after that, start with an actual impulsiveness. So even though this symmetrical triangle top breakout could fake out, please do not panic, because we know any sort of a bigger shakeout will be looked as a temporary shakeout because we are expecting the price to test from the previous temporary line, which is very, very important, right? Before starting with a new impulsive movement. Yes, any sort of a shakeout, as long as price remains over 30,000, will be looked as a temporary retracement before price starts showing another impulsive movement. So according to this pump and run reversal pattern, falling wedge pattern, even this descending broadening wedge pattern, we know in a bigger picture, right, things are turning very interesting for Bitcoin. Any sort of a retracement, 30,000, above 30,000, we have some strong support, and price after that is also expected to show another continuation here to the upside, because it's not just only in a daily time frame, even in a week time frame, we have support. Yes, we have support from this yellow trend line, this rising trend line. Along with that, we also have support from this Williams alligator indicator, because this Williams alligator indicator is clearly indicating us now we are turning bullish. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom only gets formed when price is preparing itself for a new impulsive movement. RSI above 50, which is great. MACD in a weekly is still forming a bullish crossover. T3CCI in a positive territory. So what I want you guys to understand, things might be a bit tricky in the medium short term. Price could show some shakeout, liquidating the over leveraged longs, but we know as long as we remain above 30,000, this pullback will be looked as a temporary pullback, and price after that is expected to start with another impulsive movement, just like as shown here in an example. Retest around the previous temporary line before starting with an actual impulsive movement. So these were some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. Until next time, bye bye.